Hey everyone, I'm Erin and this is the Cardboard Republic. We have a haul video for you today, so we're gonna go over some of the most exciting games that we got in September. September is usually kind of a quiet month because August has Gen Con, which is such a huge deal, and then Essen is coming up in, I think, like a couple of weeks, and BGG Con, but in September there's really not that much going on. Still, we did get a bunch of games in and on our list. Let's get started. First up, we have an expansion to Star Trek Ascendancy. So this is the Ferengi expansion, which I'm assuming just lets you be a jerk. So the Ferengi, in case you don't know Star Trek, are this species of mostly merchants and traders who are known for not really having a lot of moral fiber. They will make a deal no matter what. So I'm curious to see how this adds in with the other species that are already in the Star Trek game. What's also cool is that the Ferengi expansion lets you add another player. The Star Trek Ascendancy base game is for 3 players exactly, which is neat. I like that idea, but it can be tricky if you don't have exactly 3 players. The way our game nights work, we tend to have 4 or more, or it's just the 2 of us. So we have had a hard time getting the base game to the table because of just numbers. I would like to see if having the Ferengi makes that easier. The downside is that then someone has to play the Ferengi. In case you don't have enough railroad games, this is Railroad Revolution, which is, honestly, I think it's a lot like most other railroad games. You are starting out as a company on the East Coast. You're trying to build your railroad out to the West Coast. We have like every railroad game known to man because Ryan, like many other board game people, really likes railroads. I don't know what it is about that overlap. It's kind of curious, but yeah, Railroad Revolution. Yet another railroad game that we will add to our railroad game shelf. Now, if Railroad Revolution was for Ryan, then the escape room games are for me. So I love escape room games so much. Now we have this one about a clown. It's called Squeak and Sausage. You're trying to thwart the plans of a creepy clown. And then you have the formula where you're trapped in a secret lab. Honestly, it could be about literally anything and I would still want to play it because escape room games are so puzzly and so fun that even the bad ones, like the ones where I get 10 minutes in and I've solved a bunch of things and I'm already bored, I would even rather play those than a lot of other games because I don't know. There's just something about them that like, it appeals to me. King Domino is, or King Domino? Anyway, this is the 2017 Spiel winner, and I can see why. I first had a chance to play this one at Origins. It's a fun little tile laying-ish game where you're trying to build the biggest section of field or forest or what have you. It's pretty simple to play, but there is some strategy to it. The artwork is really fun and cartoony and light and colorful, and all in all, it's not like a heavy, difficult game, but it is really engaging. So this one, we finally got our own copy, and I am so excited for that because I think this game is going to appeal to a lot of our friends. Flemm Rouge is a very different style game. It is a cycle racing game. There's a fair amount of strategy to it though. Unlike a lot of the racing games of yore, you don't just roll and move in these. It's not purely luck-based. You have to kind of weigh whether you want to push ahead and charge, but maybe lose some energy in doing so, or if you want to hang back and risk not being able to make it to the front, but store up some of that energy for maybe later in the game. I'm curious to see what it's like. Racing games have never really been my thing, but I do kind of like them. It's fun every now and then to play a game that's just like straightforward. So, flemm rouge. Exit the abandoned cabin. We got 2 of these because Ryan and I are gonna race. He's gonna go in one room and I'm gonna go in the other room and we're gonna see who finishes first. I am actually putting my money on him, but only because he's better at focusing than I am. I think that I will have more fun, but I think that I will get distracted 20 minutes in and then come back to it and then get distracted and then come back to it. I'm gonna try really, really hard though, and we're gonna do something for it on the site, whether it's a write-up or a video, I don't know yet. So pumped! Concordia is a game that Ryan has wanted like forever. This is a peaceful Euro-style game, so there's not a lot of war to it, but you are trying to expand your empire. Like every other game, you have to appease the gods while making trade routes. All of those classic Euro-y game-style things, putting cubes in spots to do things. I love, I mean, I'm gonna make fun of it forever, but like I love that style of game, so I'm pretty excited for this too. This box is wicked strange though. Like, just the size of it and the shape of it is peculiar, but you know, we'll find a spot for it somewhere. We still have the Gallerist, we managed to fit that, so we can do Concordia. Now, in case you don't know, one of my favorite books is Murder on the Orient Express. So well, I don't really love railroad building games. If you have like a murder set on a train, I'm all in. 27th Passenger, what is it? A Hunt on the Rails is not an intuitive name, obviously, but it is a game about a game. In this one, you are on a train from Manhattan to somewhere else close by, and you're an assassin. So are all of the other players. You have to try to hide among the normal passengers while also trying to assassinate the other assassins because only the best assassin will survive to the end of the train ride. So there's a lot of trickery going on there. I think that ultimately I'm gonna be awful at it, but the theme is intriguing. I want to, like, I don't know, light some candles and make it all spooky and play this game. Samurai Gardener is basically the complete opposite game. This is a very light, very pretty, very gardeny game that is essentially Honshu, but instead of that like auction mechanic where you bid on cards more or less, you have this dexterity part where you have to like grab cards the fastest. But still, you're laying down those cards trying to make consecutive segments while overlapping them strategically in front of you. I love Honshu. I don't know how I feel about adding this weird like speed drafting part to it, but I'll try it. I mean, I guess worst case scenario, you have a really small garden. And finally, the game that I'm most excited for, even though it's not a full game, is the Hogwarts Battle Monster Box of Monsters expansion. One, I can play as Luna Lovegood, which means I can wear all of my craziest classes and also say things that don't make any sense, and it's thematic. And two, it's an expansion to the game that I 100% all the time always want to play. Like, if you just were like, hey, Erin, you need to stop filming right now, we need to play Hogwarts, I'd be like, yes. If you came in the middle of, like, my birthday and were like, we need to play Hogwarts, you need to stop, leave all your friends, I'd be like, all right, I guess I have to. If you came in the middle of my graduation or, like, my wedding or, like, any other important day and we're like, hey, it's a Hogwarts emergency, I'd be like, oh my god, let's go. So I am always all in for Harry Potter, and I'm so excited that we have more of it to play because Ryan and I finished the, like, I don't know, original run through of the base game where you're adding the boxes one by one. And we've played once or twice since then with like, you know, all of the cards, but it's just fun to explore something new. I'm so happy. Okay, that was our September list of games. There's so much there that I'm excited for. Really, like, pretty much everything except for having to maybe play the Ferengi. But even that, I can make that work. Probably. So if you are at all interested in what we are doing here, please like and subscribe and even hit that little notification button down there. It's down there somewhere. They moved everything around recently. Also, if you got anything in during the month of September, which is personally my favorite month ever, it is my birthday and it is Agatha Christie's birthday. Fun fact. If you got any games in during the month of September, leave a comment down below and let us know what you have to play soon. We will be back again in a week or so with another video. Bye!